Okay, let me just start us off by saying this. Is there a point at which you would say enough's enough? Because obviously we haven't hit it.
Right.
Here's what we know. We know that this has been going on for at least a year, right?
11.5 months.
We know this isn't your first time. This is your third, right?
Right. 10 years into the marriage the first time, 15 years later, and this is the third.
Okay, and then this one. So
Yes.
you've been at this for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your discontinuation criteria? At what point do you say, you know what, this is not a marriage? I mean, she's sleeping with the neighborhood and then coming home, and sometimes she'll be out with her boyfriend, come home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you just pull the covers back for her and let her slide right in.
Sometimes 5 or 6 in the morning, but I've always believed in hope, hoping that that we can work something out, but obviously that's not the way it's
But what
going.
have you done to work on it? Have you been to therapy?
Have not been.
Excuse me. I've been to marital therapy one time, and he showed up 15 minutes late, and he said, the counselor said, do you think there's a problem? And he said, no, I don't see a problem. She said, your wife's crying. That was years ago.
What'd they tell you?
To leave him.
Why?
He's cheated on me since I was 8 months pregnant, over and over and over again, and never stopped except for a few months in between times.
You say he's cheated on you 15 or 20 times?
Yes, at least.
That's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. I'm willing to take a polygraph for it. I had 2 one-night stands, and the last one's probably over 14, 15 years ago.
Excuse
I
me,
have
2
not
months
cheated
ago,
on her
you told me it was
since then.
5 times 2 months ago.
No, it's...
So help me
only
God, you
2.
did.
So you've tried to bribe her to stay, right?
Yes.
You buy her things, you give her spa days and stuff like that. You understand, she goes to spa day, gets all fluffed up for him.
No.
You're fluffing her up for him?
Excuse
It's
me, Dr.
$300
Phil.
a pop when
Excuse
I
me,
take her
Dr.
to
Phil.
get her face done.
Excuse me, I don't have a car. I don't have a credit card. I've never had a credit card in this marriage. The house is not in my name.
Well, you don't
I
need
have
one. You
car
got 2 men
keys.
taking care of you. What do you need a credit card
No,
for?
I've never had it. Never, ever, ever. That
I've
house
given her,
isn't even
I've
in my
given her
name.
one of the vehicles back
He's
a
always
couple
been in
times, and she
control.
promised I told her there's one criteria: you do not use the car to go get a hookup and meet him.
He locks
and
me
she
out.
would take the car and go meet him and hook up with him. So I keep taking the car back.
One time
Twice.
did I do that once.
You know, listen, I'm just kind of a common sense guy. This just seems to me like you guys are working at a train wreck. This is a very hot topic among people, and when I tweeted I was going to do this show, it just blew up. Here's what a viewer is tweeting right now. Once you put a ring on it, you're committed to working things out with that partner. No third parties allowed. Do you agree with that?
I agree with
that's
that.
just a viewer at home right now watching
I
this.
agree with that. I'm not the one that started this. When I was 8 months pregnant, he said I was no fun. I said, well, I didn't get myself pregnant. In one instance, we were
So
in a
you're
store.
a victim here.
Well, in some ways I am. I'm not saying it 100%, you know, that I'm not going to take 100% or some of the responsibility, but 100% is not mine.
You have this boyfriend right now, right?
Yes.
And you just love him. You think he's just a prize egg, right?
Well, let's see. He treats me with respect.
Right.
He listens to me.
Right.
He's loving. He's caring. He's sensitive.
Sensitive.
He's.
Treats you with respect
Yes.
in the woods.
It was my idea to meet. Okay, we met in the woods because Rick was following him. Rick bought a gun and threatened to kill him.
And your boyfriend has threatened to beat up your husband and your son.
Because they were cussing him out. They hit on his truck. He had all of them, my 2 sons and him, corner him at night. They beat on his truck. They cussed him out. He kept saying, get out of the truck. They all were going to tag team him.
He parked right in front of the house. What do you want
He
us to
didn't
do?
park in front of the house.
Yeah,
That's not true.
So you're defending all of this then?
I'm
so
not
you didn't come here
condoning
to
what I
change this
do.
to fix this. You came here to defend it.
No, not at all. I'm not condoning what I do. I'm trying to set the record straight. He has this habit of changing things around and giving only his version, and he does that to me
listen,
too.
I've listened to. I've read every word that either one of you have said. Every word. Test me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.